Welcome, Sigma Sisters. In today's world, kindness is often celebrated, but for Sigma females, it's time for a shift. These independent and self-aware women are breaking free from the exhausting cycle of always putting others first. They've redefined what kindness means, focusing on authenticity, balance, and self-respect. This journey isn't about abandoning compassion. It's about reclaiming control over their lives and energy. By prioritizing meaningful connections and embracing their true selves, Sigma females are setting a powerful example of how to live unapologetically and with purpose. Subscribe to the Sigma Sisterhood channel for more empowering insights and join the movement of women rewriting the narrative of kindness and strength. 1. Dodging burnout. Burnout is the silent thief of joy, and Sigma females have learned to outsmart it. They once lived in overdrive, saying yes to every request, every favor, and every invitation. It felt like the right thing to do, until they found themselves running on empty. Constantly giving without replenishing led to exhaustion, and they realized it was time for a change. Now, Sigma females have mastered the art of saying no, and not just any no, but a confident, unapologetic one. They see their energy as a finite resource, much like water in a well. If it runs dry, not only do they suffer, but so does their ability to care for others. By setting boundaries and prioritizing what truly matters, they avoid spreading themselves too thin. Instead of attending every event or helping out of obligation, they focus on activities and people that recharge them. This shift allows them to show up fully present and engaged, whether it's at work, in relationships, or even in their hobbies. It's not about being selfish, it's about being strategic. Sigma females know that to pour into others, their own cup must first be full. And here's the best part. This recalibration hasn't just helped them avoid burnout, it's empowered them to thrive. They've traded the endless grind for a balanced, radiant life where they can be both effective and energized. While others may still chase the elusive idea of having it all, Sigma females are proving that you can have what matters most, as long as you're intentional about preserving your energy and time. 2. Strengthening trusted bonds. Sigma females have discovered a truth often overlooked. The strength of your connections matters far more than their number. For years, they believed in the myth that being universally liked was the ultimate goal. They stretched themselves thin, trying to be everything for everyone, only to find that many of those connections were shallow and unsatisfying. But now they've turned a new page. Imagine a tailor crafting the perfect suit. It's not about mass production, but precision and care. Similarly, Sigma females have become master curators of their inner circles. They've realized that a few meaningful relationships are worth infinitely more than hundreds of acquaintances. This shift has allowed them to focus their time and energy on those who genuinely matter, creating bonds that are deep, authentic, and enduring. Gone are the days when they felt obligated to maintain one-sided relationships or friendships rooted in convenience rather than mutual respect. Sigma females now invest in connections that uplift them. Their trusted friends aren't just there for the good times, they're the ones who show up with unwavering support during life's storms. These relationships are filled with genuine love, laughter, and an understanding that doesn't require constant explanation. By letting go of superficial ties, Sigma females have freed themselves from the exhausting need to please everyone. They no longer worry about how many likes they get on social media or how large their friend group appears. Instead, they focus on cultivating bonds that feel like a warm hug after a long day, comforting, reliable, and true. This intentional approach has redefined their idea of friendship. It's no longer about proximity or shared hobbies, but about shared values and mutual care. Whether it's a heart-to-heart conversation over coffee, an impromptu adventure, or simply being there in silence, these moments create a foundation of trust and loyalty. Sigma females have found that this smaller, more intimate circle of friends not only enriches their lives but also strengthens their emotional resilience. Their closest allies cheer them on, offer honest advice, and celebrate their victories, no matter how big or small. By focusing on quality over quantity, Sigma females have unlocked a secret to happiness. True fulfillment lies in connections that feed your soul, not your ego. 3. Honoring personal tranquility. For Sigma females, tranquility isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Once upon a time, they were perpetual people-pleasers, saying yes to every invitation and bending over backward to meet others' expectations. Life felt like a non-stop performance, exhausting and unsustainable. But now they've rewritten the rules, placing their inner peace at the forefront of their priorities. Imagine living in a bustling city with constant noise and chaos. Now picture stepping into a serene garden where time slows, and all that matters is the present moment. This is the transformation Sigma females have embraced. They've realized that peace isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you actively cultivate. It starts with the simple yet powerful act of saying no. Gone are the days when they felt obligated to attend every gathering or take on every request. Sigma females have learned that declining isn't rude, it's self-preservation. By setting boundaries, they've created a life where their energy isn't drained by commitments that don't align with their values or bring them joy. They've embraced the idea that it's okay to disappoint others if it means staying true to themselves. Their newfound tranquility is nurtured through intentional habits. Whether it's enjoying a quiet morning with a cup of coffee, diving into a captivating book, or practicing mindfulness, Sigma females prioritize activities that bring them joy and clarity. These moments of stillness aren't just refreshing, they're transformative. They allow Sigma women to center themselves, gain perspective, and approach life with renewed purpose. This commitment to peace doesn't mean they've become hermits or lost their kindness. On the contrary, by prioritizing their own well-being, Sigma females have more to give when it truly matters. They've become more present, patient, and compassionate because they operate from a place of abundance rather than depletion. Their journey toward tranquility has also inspired those around them. Friends and family see their confidence and serenity and often follow their example. Sigma females prove that prioritizing yourself doesn't diminish your relationships. It strengthens them. In a world that often glorifies busyness and chaos, Sigma females are beacons of balance. They've shown that true happiness comes not from pleasing everyone, but from finding peace within yourself and honoring it fiercely. 4. Appreciating mutual exchange. Sigma females have embraced a profound realization. Relationships thrive on balance, not one-sided efforts. For years, they were the go-to confidants, the problem solvers, and the endlessly supportive figures. While they cherished helping others, they often found themselves giving far more than they received. It was draining, and it left them questioning the true value of these connections. Now, they've redefined their approach to relationships, prioritizing mutual exchange over blind generosity. Imagine a seesaw that's perpetually tipped in one direction. It's stagnant and unbalanced. Sigma females have decided to level the playing field. They no longer pour all their energy into friendships where effort isn't reciprocated. Instead, they seek out relationships that are equal parts give and take, where both parties invest in and benefit from the connection. This doesn't mean they've become transactional in their relationships. It's not about keeping score. Instead, it's about recognizing when a friendship is nourishing versus when it's depleting. They've learned to identify relationships where their time, energy, and care are valued, and they're no longer afraid to let go of those that aren't. This shift has been liberating, allowing them to focus on bonds that truly matter. In practice, this might look like spending less time with people who only reach out when they need something and more time with those who celebrate their wins, listen without judgment, and show up in meaningful ways. These are the friendships that Sigma females now prioritize, the ones that feel like a warm embrace after a tough day, not an emotional tug-of-war. This approach has brought balance not only to their relationships, but also to their lives. By surrounding themselves with people who genuinely care, Sigma females have found that their connections now energize them rather than drain them. This balance has also made their friendships more authentic and fulfilling, fostering a sense of mutual respect and understanding. Sigma females have learned that appreciating mutual exchange isn't selfish, it's essential. By valuing their own needs and setting higher standards for their relationships, they've created a life filled with genuine, meaningful connections. Their journey serves as a reminder that true friendships aren't about obligation or convenience. They're about mutual love, respect, and support. 5. Recognizing emotional manipulation. Sigma females have honed a skill that many overlook: the ability to spot and shut down emotional manipulation. For years, they were the emotional caretakers, the ones who provided endless support without hesitation. They absorbed others' burdens, often to their own detriment, mistaking manipulation for genuine need. But now, they've taken back control by recognizing and rejecting these tactics, ensuring their kindness isn't exploited. Emotional manipulation can be subtle, like a guilt trip disguised as a request, or overt, like someone playing the victim to gain sympathy. Sigma females have become experts at detecting these tactics, much like a seasoned detective spotting clues in a mystery. They've trained themselves to look beyond words and focus on actions, motives, and patterns. This clarity has empowered them to draw firm boundaries that protect their emotional well-being. Imagine being in a constant chess game, where the other player's moves are designed to trap you. For Sigma females, this used to be their reality, always feeling like they were cornered into saying yes or taking on responsibilities that weren't theirs. But now, they approach these situations with confidence and strategy. When someone tries to manipulate them, they calmly but firmly call it out or step away, refusing to engage. This newfound awareness doesn't mean Sigma females have become cold or unkind. On the contrary, they still extend compassion to those in genuine need. However, they've learned to differentiate between helping and enabling. They understand that true support doesn't come at the cost of their own emotional health. By recognizing emotional manipulation, Sigma females have also cultivated deeper respect from those around them. Their ability to say no without guilt or over-explaining sends a powerful message. They value themselves and won't tolerate being taken advantage of. Surprisingly, this shift has often led to stronger, healthier relationships, as people appreciate their honesty and integrity. Sigma females now walk through life with the confidence of someone who knows their worth. They're no longer weighed down by the expectations or manipulations of others. Instead, they focus on building connections rooted in mutual respect and authenticity. Their journey proves that recognizing and rejecting manipulation isn't just self-protection, it's an act of self-love. 6. Making self-care a priority. For Sigma females, self-care has become a cornerstone of their lives, a sacred ritual that fuels their strength and clarity. Once they fell into the trap of believing that constantly prioritizing others was the ultimate display of kindness. They juggled countless responsibilities, often putting their own needs last until the inevitable burnout struck. But now they've embraced a transformative truth. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Imagine a well that's constantly drawn from without ever being replenished. It eventually runs dry. Sigma females understand that their energy operates the same way. To be the best version of themselves, they must nurture their physical, emotional, and mental well-being. This realization has sparked a profound shift in their priorities, where self-care is no longer a luxury but a necessity. Their self-care routines are as unique as their personalities. For some, it might involve practicing yoga or meditating to center their minds. For others, it could mean indulging in a long bath with candles, losing themselves in a novel, or simply taking a walk in nature. These moments of respite aren't just indulgent, they're restorative. They allow Sigma females to recharge, refocus, and reconnect with their inner selves. This commitment to self-care doesn't just benefit Sigma females, it enhances their ability to show up for others. By taking care of themselves first, they bring renewed energy, patience, and empathy to their relationships and responsibilities. It's like the wisdom of securing your own oxygen mask on an airplane before helping others. You can't pour from an empty cup. Moreover, prioritizing self-care has had a ripple effect on their relationships. Friends, family, and colleagues notice the change: a calmer demeanor, a brighter outlook, and a more present and engaged attitude. In many cases, this shift has inspired those around them to reevaluate their own self-care practices. Sigma females have learned to unapologetically carve out time for themselves, no longer feeling guilty for saying no to commitments that don't serve their well-being. By putting their health and happiness at the forefront, they've found a balance that empowers them to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Their journey is a testament to the fact that self-care isn't an act of selfishness. It's the foundation of self-love. 7. Cultivating authentic respect. Sigma females have mastered a powerful truth. Respect isn't demanded. It's earned through authenticity and steadfastness. Once, they believed that being universally nice would automatically lead to respect. They smiled through discomfort, avoided confrontation, and bent over backward to please. But this approach often left them overlooked and underappreciated. Today, they've rewritten the script, standing tall in their authenticity and commanding respect without compromising who they are. Imagine a towering oak tree, steady, rooted, and unyielding. Sigma females now embody this strength. They've learned that respect comes from living with integrity, staying true to their principles, and not being afraid to speak up when something doesn't align with their values. This shift doesn't mean they've become combative or abrasive. Rather, they've embraced the power of assertiveness, balanced with empathy. For Sigma females, cultivating authentic respect starts with clear boundaries. They no longer tolerate disrespect or mistreatment, and they communicate their limits with clarity and confidence. This isn't about being harsh. It's about valuing themselves enough to insist on mutual respect in every interaction. They've found that when they respect themselves first, others naturally follow suit. Another key to their approach is consistency. Sigma females walk their talk, showing through actions, not just words, that they are dependable and principled. This consistency earns them the trust and admiration of those around them. Whether it's at work, in friendships, or in family dynamics, people know they can count on a Sigma female to stand firm in her beliefs while treating others with fairness and dignity. This newfound respect also reshapes their relationships. By no longer prioritizing being universally liked, Sigma females attract deeper, more meaningful connections. They surround themselves with people who value their strength and authenticity, creating a circle of mutual admiration and trust. These connections are built on a foundation of honesty and shared respect, which fosters a sense of belonging and empowerment. Sigma females have learned that respect begins from within. By staying true to themselves and holding their ground, they've transformed their interactions and their lives. Their journey serves as an inspiring reminder that real respect is earned not by pleasing everyone, but by embracing and honoring your own worth. The journey of Sigma females is a powerful testament to the transformative strength of self-awareness, boundary setting, and self-respect. Once trapped in the expectation of perpetual kindness, where being nice meant saying yes to everyone at the expense of their own well-being, they have now emerged as empowered individuals who prioritize their inner balance, emotional health, and authenticity. Their evolution is not a rejection of kindness or empathy, but rather a refined understanding of how to practice them in a way that honors both their needs and the needs of others. By dodging burnout, Sigma females have found the secret to sustainable energy, learning when to step back, recharge, and protect their emotional reserves. They've strengthened trusted bonds by focusing on quality, not quantity, in their relationships, fostering a deep sense of connection with those who truly value them. Their commitment to personal tranquility has led them to find peace in solitude and self-care, recognizing that taking care of themselves enhances their ability to care for others. In embracing mutual exchange, they've created relationships that are symbiotic, where effort and support flow both ways. Most significantly, Sigma females have recognized the need to safeguard their emotional well-being from manipulation. By identifying and rejecting tactics that drain them, they've built emotional resilience and self-respect, establishing firm boundaries that ensure their kindness isn't exploited. They've learned that their value doesn't come from how much they give, but from who they are and the integrity with which they live. In cultivating authentic respect, Sigma females have discovered that true admiration is not gained through empty gestures or the desire to please everyone. Respect is earned by staying true to one's principles being authentic, and demonstrating strength through action. Their journey is a reminder that self-care, self-respect, and self-awareness are not just necessary for survival, but essential for thriving in today's world. Sigma females have redefined the meaning of kindness. It's not about constantly being agreeable or overly accommodating. It's about knowing when to give, when to protect oneself, and when to stand firm in one's worth. Through their transformation, they've learned that true strength lies in being unapologetically themselves, leading lives filled with authenticity, respect, and deep, meaningful connections.